The latest report on the economy today looks like welcome news. It shows that the economy was growing in the final 3 months of last year at an annual rate of 2.8%. That's the best showing for any quarter in nearly 2 years. But it's not enough to make a big dent in unemployment, and it's not the best we've done since the Great Recession. The left side of this graph is 2007, and you see how far economic growth fell by 2008. The best showing that we've had was the beginning of 2010. After that, growth tanked again. 2011 was all about a slow struggle to get back. Where are the strengths and the weaknesses going forward? We asked Anthony Mason to show us.
Oh yeah, full reclining seat.
Much of the growth at the end of the year was due to strong auto sales. Terry Darcy, a GM dealer in Joliet, Illinois, just had his best fourth quarter in 5 years.
I can really feel the momentum coming.
Do you feel like we're out of the woods finally?
I wouldn't say we're out of the woods, but I don't think we're going backwards, and I don't think we're sitting still anymore.
Darcy sells Buicks and GMC trucks. He also has a Hyundai and Volkswagen dealership.
What are you seeing?
We're seeing the people are a lot more confident in making a big purchase, so they're not as afraid to come in and buy something now, the big ticket like this.
That's given Darcy the confidence to break ground on a third dealership.
Does that mean more jobs?
Yes, we're going to add about another 45 jobs when we make that transition.
Overall, the economy grew at its fastest rate in a year and a half, but much of that growth was fueled by businesses restocking inventories.
This number is not as strong as it looks then.
It's not as strong as it looks, and it's still below what people had hoped. So, the reality is that the economy is still struggling.
Economist Diane Swank at Chicago's Mesirow Financial says the biggest headwind is still the gridlock in Washington.
I've never had to be as much of a political strategist to forecast the economy.
So do you think politics is just freezing this economy?
I think politics is a major negative on this economy. And everyone, from leaders in Europe to leaders in the Middle East to leaders in China, leaders in the U.S., are all to blame.
The rancor and indecision in Washington, Swank says, are discouraging businesses from making investments or hiring.
Anthony, a point that came up in the newsroom today is that growth is sluggish even though interest rates have been at historic lows for a very long time.
Scott, you can look at this two ways, I think. The first is, remember, the economy looked like it was on the brink of a recession last summer, so 2.8% growth now looks pretty good. On the other hand, it's not nearly enough to put a dent in the unemployment rate. The fact is, the economy is actually producing more now than it was at the beginning of the recession. It's just that businesses have figured out how to do that with about 6 million fewer workers.
Anthony, thank you very much. Wall Street wasn't all that impressed today. The Dow closed down 74 points. But if you take the longer view, stocks are off to a very good start this year, up more than 3.5%. And have a look at this. The Dow has gained nearly 19% since tanking last year during the European debt crisis. Stock prices have nearly doubled since hitting bottom during the financial crisis.